Welcome to this unit on compensation and regulation. By the end of this unit, you will be able to outline issues of control and liability for AI products. Compensation for errors. A liability regime for AI might not be adequate to assign fault, as algorithms are evolving in ways that neither developers nor providers can fully control. In other areas of healthcare, compensation is occasionally provided without the assignment of fault or liability, for example, for medical injuries resulting from adverse effects of vaccines. No fault, no liability compensation funds could be supplemented by requiring developers or the companies that develop or fund such technologies to obtain insurance that would pay out for an injury or pay into an insurance fund with a separate fund providing compensation when an insurance payout is not triggered. For example, in New Zealand, patients can seek compensation for medical injuries through a no-fault, no-liability scheme. Injured patients receive government-funded compensation, thereby giving up the right to seek damages, except in rare cases of reckless conduct. Role of regulatory agencies and pre-emption. As with drugs and other medical devices, AI technologies will be increasingly subject to regulatory oversight and validation before use, especially as their uses expand and as clinicians increasingly rely upon them. If a commercial algorithm is approved by a regulatory agency, the doctrine of pre-emption may apply, meaning the decision of a higher authority will overrule a lower authority. For example, if a decision taken by a central government agency to validate a technology will supersede any cause of action guided by civil laws. Pre-emption may not always be relevant, especially if the regulatory pathway for approval of an AI technology is abbreviated, or regulatory approval is based on little information on how the algorithm was constructed, trained, and how it may perform over time. Furthermore, as developers in some jurisdictions may not be held accountable for an algorithm because it evolves and learns after its sale, a doctrine of pre-emption may not be applicable if an algorithm evolves after a regulatory agency has approved the technology. You have now completed Unit 3 of Module 6, Liability Regimes for AI for Health. In the next unit, we will look at considerations for low and middle-income countries.